Well, hello and welcome back to the Geeknd Live. Your Thursday, wherever you are on this football we call planet Earth, starts now as we're going to talk the week's Star Wars news, of which last week there was none, but we still managed to do a show. This week, there's a little bit, sort of. So we'll come on to that in a moment, but let me just pop over to the chat to say hello. I'm Jamie, by the way. If you're new here, you're very welcome. The Geeknd is home to lots of different Star Wars content. Get onto it. Hello to Ogden Smith. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing good. North Dwarf is here as well, or was here anyway. Glenn M. These days, we refer to him as, saying all the right stuff there. Don't forget to hit that like button. Jane Flakes. Welcome, Jane. Welcome to you. And yes, who is this glorious leader that you speak of? I'll take it. I'll take it. Fine. Thank you. Peter, hello to you, my friend. Hope you're doing good. And also David Milano. Power Droid Girl, hello to you. Good evening. Also to Jason as well and Astramus. Good to see familiar faces, names, profile pictures in the chat. Right then. So a couple of things. Probably won't be the longest stream we've ever done. Not that much to talk about. But like I said previously, a little bit more than last week where we were scraping that barrel proper. More kind of like delicate scraping this week, I would say. And the first thing I want to bring up is a little bit of a tribute. Some sad news from not just the Star Wars world, but the movie world this week. The sad passing of Alan Ladd Jr. So just want to pay some respect to him before we get cracking with the show. He was a studio executive, and amongst a lot of very impressive things, he is credited as saving Star Wars. So when Fox wanted to actually pull the plug on the production, he was one of the guys that stepped up and protected it, fought for it, potentially saved it. Where would we be now without Alan Ladd Jr.? We'd literally have nothing to talk about. So he passed away, sadly, on Wednesday this week, and his daughter, Amanda Ladd Jones, said the following words on social media. With the heaviest of hearts, we announce that on March 2nd, 2022, Alan Ladd Jr. died peacefully at home, surrounded by his family. Words cannot express how deeply he will be missed. His impact on films and filmmaking will live on in his absence. So, yeah, a little bit of respect being paid there to Alan Ladd Jr., who passed away this week. Also, hello to Anders. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Right then, let's bring up something else for you. Got to share a different screen now. How do I stop this screen? Share screen. Right. So we've talked a little bit in the past and about Rogue Squadron, the movie, which may or may not see the light of day. At one point, it was looking a little bit dodgy, a little bit suspicious as to whether we would see it, and therefore would we ever see another Star Wars movie again? Because all the talk these days is about Disney Plus. We've just had the Book of Boba Fett. We've got Kenobi coming. We don't know exact dates all around, but we kind of know more or less what's coming for Disney Plus for the next few years, and we're going to be kept busy. But in terms of the big screen, where it all began for this franchise that we talk about, it's a bit quiet, apart from a couple of movies that have been attached to directors like Taika Waititi and the elusive Rian Johnson trilogy. We've had little sprinklings, but no solid information. Rogue Squadron is the one that we know the most about, but then there was a hitch. Which was down to apparently down to scheduling conflicts, rumors as well of differences of opinions between Patty Jenkins and presumably Disney, Lucasfilm. And that then led to Disney, or Lucasfilm anyway, announcing that the film has been put on hold. However, there has been, I've seen this on a few sites, so it seems fairly legit because everything you read on the internet is legit. But there are a few sources. The Inverse are not the only people covering this, but there's been, I don't know if this is an official image from Disney or if it's been leaked, but this is apparently the Disney Studios movie schedule. And you can see down at the bottom there, Rogue Squadron for Christmas, winter, December 22nd, 2023, which is its original release date, I believe. So normally when a production's put on hold, you are stopping a big machine from rolling, and therefore there's going to be a delay. There's going to be a delay to that date, possibly quite a big delay. So what's going on? If this is true, was this so-called delay short-lived? We do know that Patty Jenkins has stepped back from directing Cleopatra, also starring her old pal, gal, Wonder Woman Gadot. So that presumably would have freed up some scheduling. Was that because of pressure from Lucasfilm? The creative differences thing, I think, was kind of sprinkled in by some of the press at the time to kind of add some extra spice to the story. Of course, there's always going to be creative differences. There should be creative differences in productions. Of course, sometimes those creative differences do lead to the separation, the parting of ways. Lord and Miller on Solo, for example. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking this, whatever the problem was before, was purely down to Patty Jenkins' schedule. And they seem to really want her involved, right? And it looks like it's back on track. So maybe there will be the big screen return for Star Wars Christmas, December 2023. After all, let me pop over to the chat, see what people are saying. Ogden Smith's not so sure. Squadron. I don't know. I think we're going to see it now. I was quite doubtful before, but I think we are going to see it. Rob Eaton. Also, there was the Rogue. Wasn't there a Rogue Squadron video game? Was it N64 game as well? I definitely had the X-Wing N64 game, and I'm pretty sure it's called Rogue Squadron. It's a shame that nobody ever mentions Gareth Edwards, and I think it's also a shame that he's not, presumably not, directing any of Andor as well, seeing as that's his kind of section of the Star Wars timeline, if you like. But yeah, all gone very quiet in terms of Gareth Edwards. But yeah, personally loved Rogue One, and I know maybe it wasn't the final vision he had initially envisaged. But yeah, he did a great job with that. Glenn says that Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out a day before my 50th birthday. There you go. That's all right. So will you go and see it on your 50th birthday? That is a milestone birthday, Glenn. And you don't look a day older than 48. No, 25. Anyway, happy birthday in advance. Power Droid Girl says, I'm more excited for the Rogue Squadron film than for any other upcoming Star Wars project, but by that measure, I think I'm going to be disappointed by it. My expectations will be high. Yeah, we do. We do have to manage expectations in this weird world that we live in. It's quite easy to get excited and start, creating the film that we want to see in our heads and then not see it on the screen. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a big screen Star Wars return. I think after Mandalorian, I was like, no, I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this small screen Disney Plus Star Wars vibe. But no, I think, enough time's passed since episode 9. Let's get back to the cinemas, and also certainly in the UK and where I am at the moment in Mexico, cinemas are back to normal. So let's do this thing. Let's blow this thing and go home. In fact, I'm going to go and see the Batman tomorrow. Has anyone seen it yet? I'm looking forward to it. And Jane Flakes, okay, another milestone birthday. Rogue, if this is true, Rogue will come out just after Jane's 50th. And hello to Gaz as well. We always speculate responsibly. I am a pupil of Mr. Knapsack and co. So, yes, always speculate responsibly. Ogden asks, have you interviewed John Knoll, right, about the CGI and all tech side? It was believable that he really had it perfect till the directors changed the lighting. No, I don't know where that little no came from there either. But no is the correct response, just not in that weird tone. I have not, and I need to probably do some more technical interviews. I'm running out of actors to speak to, or at least actors that will speak to me. So I'm probably going to have to go and start doing some more. And I'm interested in this anyway, so I'm not saying this is like a chore, but doing some more sort of behind the scenes production-based interviews at some point when I ramp that up again. Anders is going to go see the Batman after the stream. I'm glad you chose to stream first, Anders. And Picard starts tomorrow in the UK. Wife is a Trekkie and has got me into it via Discovery. Cool. Right, let me bring up something else. That was from Jane, by the way. Let me bring up something else. I can't even remember what it's going to be. Oh, yeah. Have you been wondering? I mean, this has been reported before, how much the Galactic Starcruiser Disneyland World, whatever they call it these days, hotel costs. But this is what you get for the money, because apparently it's opened. It's opened, people. Why aren't you there? I'll tell you why you're not there, because it costs $6,000 of the US dollars. So, yeah, I won't be there. That's for sure. I can't speak for you. But on that price range, nah, I'm out. I'm out, people. But would you like to know what it gets you? I'll tell you via this article from ustoday.com. $6,000 US dollars will get you 2 nights accommodation on the Galactic Starcruiser, 4 meals and refreshments also aboard. I trust that's per person. 1 quick service meal at Disney's Hollywood Studios, ongoing interactive entertainment in an immersive theater environment, admission to Hollywood Studios for a Galaxy's Edge excursion, valet parking, and 1 exclusive data band, otherwise known as a magic band, per guest. I have no idea what that is. Anyway, that's $6,000 for 3 adults and 1 child, and kids ages 10 and upwards count as adults. So there you go. In case you were wondering what on earth $6,000 US dollars could get you at this new Star Wars thing, now you know. I won't be doing it. I'm not against it. I know there's been some pretty dodgy marketing for it, which didn't exactly excite me, but the price tag just automatically rules me out, and I think a lot of people as well. But it's open now, apparently, so if you've got the money, why not go and do it? Right. Who's here? Clays is here now. Good to see you, Clays. Hope you're doing good. Star Wars Politics says, I am American and I can't afford it. Maybe if I was rich. Hey, if I could afford it, I'd do it. Again, I've got nothing against it. Equally, some of that marketing was terrible. I saw the video that was taken down by them in the end. It was dreadful. But really, it's purely down to money for me. You know, if I was local and had the money, for sure, I'd give it a go. Why not? Where else are we? The Magic Band allows them to interact with certain aspects of the attraction park. All right, then. Okay, I get it. I think, Glenn, thank you. Right, everybody. I don't know if what I do want to tell you as well is, and I've linked to this in the video description, and Jane Flakes, who is in the chat at the moment. I can see that she was active just 1 minute ago in the chat. She has a blog, which is pretty Star Wars. Okay, not fair to say focused, but there's a lot of Star Wars content on it. And Jane, actually, I'm embarrassed to say, a few months ago, sent me a link to a pretty interesting and also fun blog, if you don't mind me saying, Jane, in regards to The Last Jedi, in a way, which I know is a touchy subject still all these years on, but really Star Wars in general and how it's built on child slavery, religious zealotry, and how the Jedi are frankly just a bit dodgy, and also how C-3PO is a bigot, basically. And it's a really interesting read, actually, and fun, like I said, and well written too. And the blog is still active. That article that I've actually linked directly to in the video description is from a little while ago now. It's actually even before The Rise of Skywalker came out, but the blog's still pretty active, and Jane has been active as of 2 weeks ago, talking about the Book of Boba Fett as well. And also just 3 weeks ago, she was having another Jedi rant. Yeah, so Jane argues that in some ways the Jedi, or many ways, the Jedi were and are the bad guys. So go and have a look at Jane's blog if you've got the time. It's well written as well. So I've linked to The article I specifically just spoke about in the video description, but then you can go on the homepage and find the more up-to-date blogs there as well. So well done, Jane. And sorry it's taken me so long to even look at it. You've got to give me a few months' notice with these kind of things, people. All right. Okay, I'm going to pop back to the chat, and then I think that's pretty much it, everyone. There's not much to talk about in this week's Star Wars news. Rob says you don't want to frolic around with Gaia. Who's Gaia? Is this from Starcruiser? Is this the singing Twi'lek lady? Is that Gaia, or have I missed something? I often miss many things. I saw Glenn's comment about a magic band. I haven't been to any of them actually, but they're not cheap, full stop, are they? Just for a day pass, it's pretty expensive, isn't it? So I feel like most people pre Starcruiser Hotel are alienated by these parks, which is a shame, of course. Planet Must Vlog, yeah. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Where else? Yes, Jane, that was your blog. And you should be a proud Sith. And I hope people watching in the future as well, if you're watching in the future, don't forget to go and check out Jane's blog. Star Wars Politics. Yes, Palpatine was politically correct. Was he wrong? Go and read Jane's blog. And Power Droid Girl's going to go and have a look too. Very, very good. And Glenn says, in the Republic era, the Jedi deserve little respect, to be honest. High Republic sure seems a lot different, though. They were more laid back in that era. Echo Base UK, is that the one in Manchester, Gaz? Are you going to it? And when is it, actually? Because I might well be back in the UK quite soon. Okay, yeah, Gaia is the intergalactic top of the pops Twi'lek that was in that promotional video. Yeah, it was that video was just bad. That video was bad. I don't blame them for taking it down. I believe it created some good content, though, for the majority of Star Wars YouTubers out there. Personally, didn't jump on that train, but I'm got other things to do, But yeah, I did think it was pretty poor, to be honest. But hey, I'm not here to roast, so there was no video made for it. From me, anyway, but there was from pretty much everybody else, I think. All right, then, everybody, I think we're going to wrap up. There was no Chad the Stopwatch Campbell to actually push me to do this. I don't know where he's gone, but there's nothing really left to talk about. I guess it's going to ramp up again soon. But I'm looking forward to go and see The Batman tomorrow. And Anders is going after this stream. So he's going now pretty much. So I hope you enjoy it. And I'll report back on my findings from The Batman next week. Hey, Simon D's here. Simon D, you've missed all the news. You've missed a big show, mate. We covered the passing of Alan Ladd Jr., the sad passing. The savior of Star Wars. Rogue Squadron seems to be back on the menu. And also, speaking of menus, we went through the prices and what you get for the price anyway of the Starcruiser Hotel. We went for their menu. And also Jane's blog, Simon, which you should check out, man. There's a lot of Star Wars, interesting Star Wars posts on that blog on the website. Arguments for why the Jedi are actually the bad guys, why C-3PO is a bigot, and how Star Wars seems to be built on child slavery, amongst other things. So I've linked to that in the video description. So that was just the wrap up, basically, of what you've missed, Simon. It's a slow week. It's a slow week, everybody. Maybe I should be watching Rebels to give me at least something to talk about, and also you guys to give you a break from telling me to watch Rebels all the time. 2nd of April, I won't be back. That's a shame. Hey, Femi's already been on the show. Who played Ula? Femi Taylor. Oh, was it in Redditch? Okay, it's not the one I'm thinking of then. It's not the one I'm thinking of. But cool, man. I hope you have a good time. Dave Milano says, I've been watching a few of the press preview vids for Galactic Starcruiser, and it does look better than the first previews they put out, but still too expensive for me. And Dave Milano's a local as well. Of course, for most people, you then have to add on flight prices and all of the other costs that come along with traveling. And Simon D says you should watch the documentary about Alan Ladd Jr. with Lucas in. And I don't know what this hashtag is all about from Jane there. Right, everyone. Reddit sounds like a nasty rash. Yeah, some would describe it that way in reality, Glenn, as well. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Sorry if I've missed anything. Not much to talk about this week. Sorry, it's a shorter one than normal. But yeah, I'm going to go and see The Batman tomorrow. Looking forward to that. And it is indeed hello and goodbye from not just Simon D, from me as well. So I hope you all have a great week. And whatever the news will be back this time next week. All right. So in the meantime, goodbye and take care. Start waving, everybody. Start waving. All right. Start waving. And you've got to keep waving too until it actually ends because there's a lag.